on our way to Milan.
So our Coffee Convos in Italy.
Rome, Italy.
Yep, we're Rome. We were in Venice. Now we're in Rome for a couple of days. Going to go to Milan. Usually I don't have guys on our Coffee Convos.
Hey,
Whatever. If I was going to have a guy, it might as well be my husband, Shanice Settle.
Thanks for having me.
One and only. Also, videographer behind our Coffee Convos, which a lot of people don't know. It's the man that makes all the magic happen. But we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary with a cappuccino from a cafe downstairs where we just had breakfast. So it's been a great trip.
Oh, man, it's been great.
It's been a good trip. So I kind of know how you already, when you drink your coffee, because I make it.
Yes, and you make wonderful coffee.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. So, I started our Coffee Convos because I wanted a place that inspired me, that inspired others, encouraged others. And even though I have women, I thought that this would be good just to share like what we learned in our 2-year anniversary, or 2 years of marriage, celebrating our anniversary, and just other thoughts on that in case people are thinking about getting married, want to get married, are married, and just want to know like you're normal, because I think we've glamorized marriage a lot. So just, a real conversation around that.
Yeah. I love it. I love this, what you've created here, this web series. I think it's great. I think it's going to be
Thank you.
Last for a long time. I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of people and continue to grow. So I'm looking forward to the future of our coffee conversations.
Yeah, you always encourage me, which is huge because it's weird starting something new. Yeah. And not only did you like encourage me to do it, but you were like, I'll pick up the camera, like I'll help you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and I had no clue what I was doing, but you really coached me and showed me the light. So
you've done really good.
I've gotten better, I believe, over the time. So
you've gotten some shots. I'm like, ooh, okay. What's been your favorite part of the trip so far?
Italy is somewhere I've always wanted to go. All my life, I've been dreaming about coming here. So just being in Italy has been great. I know in Venice it was just beautiful.
Venice was really romantic.
Yeah, it was very romantic. Probably the food. I'm a foodie. I love food. So
you love to eat.
I've been eating so much food.
We were talking about this last night, but 2 years, what for you has been the most challenging or the biggest transition?
Biggest transition?
Challenging. I'm sure nothing's challenging with me.
No, nothing's challenging with you. Everything is great. It's lovely.
But what's been like the greatest transition?
The greatest transition I would probably say is just acting as one. Getting out of that individual mindset and really transitioning to a two as one. Working together, almost like. We used to have those bean bag or those sack bag races where you got to put, both legs into one leg of each person into there, and having to, you see how challenging that is. It really is like a marriage. You really have to be on the same page, as far as communication goes, sharing each other's schedule, making sure that you're looking out for each other, kind of learning each other's ways. That was my biggest thing, because I'm used to just,
doing what you do.
Doing what I do. Get up, I already know what I need to do, and bam, I'm going to do it. I'm not consulting anybody. I'm not asking anybody anything. I'm going to do my thing. I'm working, and I'm handling my business. But now, that we're married, I have to, I have to consult you. I have to let you know what I'm doing. I have to know what you're doing. Join our schedules, make sure I'm saving room, making sure we're having time for, date nights and things like that, making sure our schedules is on point. I think that was just the biggest transition for me, is just really joining to one.
Yeah, I agree. I being we is tough. I agree. I think I becoming we is really tough, but I'm proud of us. I think this year one accomplishment we had was we went from 2 cars to 1 because you had an accident. Like, thank God everything was fine.
Yeah.
But we just decided to just have 1 car because
we were going to get another one, but it was like,
wait.
That was actually a great idea that you had. Like,
why
don't we just carpool,
But when you both have very busy schedules, and we have Jordan and baseball and basketball and just school, it sounds good until you're doing it. But I'm proud of us because that was really when you show, like, okay, let's figure our schedule out and let's figure out how we're going to navigate, or I'm not going to go here, or I'll sacrifice this, whatever, to do that. So that was big ups to us.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very proud of us. We did a great job. Not only did we save a whole bunch of money doing that, we also learned each other in different ways.
Yeah.
We're able to grow from it. So now, when we pick up another car and we're on everything's gonna free up, and we're just gonna be really running on a high cylinder going forward. So I'm happy about it. How do you balance work and family?
So I asked the questions.
Well, we're co-hosting this.
On our Coffee Convos.
We're co-hosting this episode. So.
I'm just kidding. Well, we talked about this a little bit. It's tough for me because I feel like I don't always balance as well as I want to. I don't know who does though, so I should probably not be so hard on myself. Thank you. It doesn't always feel like that. But and one of the reasons, even like with the show and with our Coffee Convos, like I love just talking to other women who I see, or I believe I see, navigating it so well. And have an episode coming up yet that it hasn't been published with Elizabeth Davis, who is our wedding photographer actually.
Amazing.
And she travels for work. She has 2 little babies. And she's just been published in Martha Stewart and all these other different, like probably any Black wedding blog or account that you've seen, her work has been there. I'm like, how do you do this? Her and Catherine Green, who owns Kathy's Creamery, and has 2 little kids. But I think Liz said it and Catherine said it, which is basically like, you just can't do it all. Be okay with that. You can't. And I try to like rest in that, even though it's tough. And then I also probably realize like I can't have it all at one time. Like my life is going to look differently now from when we have kids to when I retire and I have my 5 pugs and I'm not working as much. So
5 pugs.
So I thank you for saying that I do balance it well, because a lot of times it doesn't.
I know you're very hard on yourself a lot of times, but you do a great job. There's a lot of times, you do a lot of work, but you'll still, cook dinner for us, and I appreciate it. What you're an amazing cook.
Thank you. So it's hard, especially since work a lot, being in PR, and then work weird times, and then traveling. So that means a lot to hear you say that. But yeah. So last night we were out to eat, and we were talking about year 3.
Yeah.
Which you were saying, which I think is funny. You said the first year was our hardest year.
Yeah. First year is, I believe the first year is our hardest because I just think it was just a transition. We didn't decide to live with each other before we got married. Which, I mean, everybody has their opinion. Some people, a lot of people move in together before they get married. And there's people who move in together after they get married. We decided to move in together after we got married, which I did. People did tell me actually is like, oh, you should live with them first, to get in. And I'm like, no, it's going to be great.
Tell you.
It did. I'm like, oh, it's going to be fine. We're great. We're just going to get married and then we'll move in. And, so we moved together in together
and
after.
I showed out. I'm just kidding.
We had to get used to each other. We have different styles.
He's neater than me. Okay. Whatever your definition of neat is, he's neater than me. But no, I think it was a transition. It's not easy. I didn't really think I don't know which marriages we were in. I didn't think the first year was the toughest. I really liked the first year. I thought it was like, oh, honeymoon, happy phase. And the second year I didn't think was necessarily more hard. I think both year presented, real challenges for us. We've navigated through some things, but at the same time I just felt like the second year things crystallized. It was like, oh, this is a partnership. Like, you have a lot of long days where you're working and you're just cooking and you're just so tired, you just pass out. Before you know it, a week has passed, and then, like, you know, you can still, like, just kind of grind day in and day out with a person and just still, like, love them, because that's what it is. I feel like it's just a lot of grinding. So
yeah, for sure.
We were talking about how important partnership is, and I think this year we really, I think we did a good job of, like, just being good partners. Like, there are a lot of times I'm like, Steven's a good partner. Like, if I can't make it to the grocery store, or, you know, you'll do it, or you'll do just, I mean, I think you're just really great about, like, a lot of different stuff. Like, you're very good, like, just with Jordan. You do some, I mean, he coaches basketball, you coach baseball. He's involved in other stuff. I mean, so you balance that, you balance work, you balance home. You're a good dog dad.
It's our little Hefe.
Yeah, so you're good with that. So we definitely have had a partnership. It's like, if I don't cook, like, you'll cook. You know, if I know you're busy, like, I'll cook for 2 days and it's, you know, whatever, it's done, or just kind of thinking ahead. So
yeah, I think partnership is very important. I think, you know, just for an example for us, I think one of the things that we established off rip is just our finances. You know, having our, you know, how we do it is a little different from different people. It's just we have our joint account where we have everything. We're able to save a lot of money that way. We're able to have a great budget where we everything budgeted out for our bills. We save money. There's no negotiating on that. And then we have our own personal accounts where we have an allowance. Yeah. And we have the same allowance.
Yeah, despite how much money each of us make, like, we get the same amount for allowance, which is cool. I forgot who told us that they budget that way. And I was like, oh, that's a good system, because you don't feel like I make more, you make more, I get more. It's like, no, everything goes into the same.
To once, and
even
we're able to save a lot of money.
I still feel like you get more of an allowance.
No, I just save my allowance.
I'm just like, how can you afford this? And I can't afford this.
Because I don't have packages showing up to our house every day.
Yeah, Amazon. But yeah, so I know next year we're looking and thinking about our just being intentional, being consistent.
Intentional is a very great
being,
word.
And disciplined.
Yeah, disciplined.
And I feel like
we
can do those things. We can accomplish a lot. So work on it.
Yeah, being intentional.
That's the goal after Italy is done. Being intentional, being consistent, and being disciplined.
Yes, those are very important keys.
So cheers to year 3.
Year 3.
All right.
And many more to go.
Mm-hmm.